picture on Sunday afternoon announcing he was back in the United States, that partially because of an upcoming promotional tour for Jordan Brand that will take him to New York, Chicago, and finally here in Los Angeles on August 3rd, which is a significant date. Put an asterisk there because we'll come back to that. But first, I want you to check out the cover of Men's Health that just dropped this morning. The Dawn, looking svelte. He heard the doubters, and he's been putting in work, putting the rest of the league on notice. He looks a little tan, too. He's been out in the sun. We love to see it. Look at who we have here. Hall of Famer Mark Spears, our NBA reporter covering all things Lakers, David Finneman, and I'm Christine Williamson filling in for Malika Andrews. The cover, Luka Doncic. He looks good.
He looks amazing. Super amazing.
Yeah.
I think when we think about this 10 years from now, there's things that happen in life, and I think you guys can attest to this, where you say, it all worked out.
Yeah.
It all worked out. And while it did, and Dave knows, cost me some money.
That's right.
I think 10 years from now, Luka's going to say it did work out for the better. I mean, when you look at this transformation, a Mavs fan, maybe Nico is like, well, why did you do that with us?
Right.
Well, all of a sudden, he's looking like this. So I think this trade ended up with the teasing, the hate, the social media stuff, and inspired him.
Yeah.
And it ended up pushing him to get in this amazing weight that I think is not only going to make him an MVP candidate next season, it's going to make him have longevity in his career, keep him around longer. Like, look how significantly different that looks. And, you know, that's kind of the elephant in the room is like, you got to be accountable for what you were, but also love where you are. So I think this, again, there's some vitriol that won't leave from Dallas, but I think 10 years from now, it's probably like, you know what, thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
Thank you for making me a better me.
Yeah, I think Luka says that. I think Mavs fans still have a lot of questions.
Well, they got Cooper, so it all worked out for them.
Yeah, maybe.
Except
TBD.
the rest of the league should be mad.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so Dave, I mentioned that August date. Is with the Lakers this season, is the expectation for Luka to sign the extension?
Yes, certainly. I mean, the Lakers, I'm told, are excited about the opportunity that sits in front of them. They can put ink to paper to have Luka Doncic, this skinny Luka Doncic, become the new face of the franchise moving forward, whether that be for 3 years and he can become a free agent after 10 years of service in the league and, you know, really get a big contract at that point, be $300+ million and be making close to $1 million per game, or the Lakers will be able to offer him, coming this Saturday, August 2nd, in the neighborhood of 4 years, $229 million. And that could just be too big of a number to pass up rather than trying to recoup more money down the line. It's a major opportunity. And listen, this is the first time in Luka's career he has gone to Europe in the offseason and come back to the States. To me, is a very significant decision by him, not just to promote Jordan Brand, of course,
something to sign,
but to end the trip in Los Angeles, where we're all expecting him to make a major commitment.
Yeah, it could be the exclamation point on the end of his trip. What kind of year do you expect out of Luka this season, Mark?
Destroyer, angry, MVP candidate. You know, there was this 42-inch vertical thing. I don't know about all that, you know, but I think he's going to be more bouncy, taking the ball to the hole. We've seen angry Luka, but angry Luka in this kind of shape, like how dangerous a superhero can that be?
Yeah.
And think about it, the way he has transformed his body. It was the discipline, right? Cutting out gluten, low sugar, intermittent fasting.
Low-cal dancing.
Low-cal dancing. A lot of protein, and maybe the most significant part about me, for me, reading this story was that he put basketball aside for about a month, and it was all body work.
Yeah.
And in the past, kind of for the Lakers coaches and even Mavericks coaches to try to motivate him to work out, was they needed to gamify it. They had to involve competition in basketball.
Yeah.
This was like, I'll take out all the competition. I'm just going to focus solely on getting my body to a good place, you know, lower inflammation with these dietary decisions. And there's going to be plenty of basketball on the back end, and I'll be better equipped for it. So to me, that was a more mature approach.
Yeah. Okay, but the biggest question for me is it was such a quick turnaround for him to make this change. Why could they not do this for him in Dallas? That's the biggest question.
I think he has to answer that.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, and that's perhaps a big part of why he's not there anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I think for Dallas too, like, while you heard a lot of negative things, there probably is a lot of stuff that they're not saying. There's stories that I've heard that they're not saying. But ultimately, he has to be accountable. He may not have been accountable with his words, but he's accountable with his body.
Yeah.
Because he made the change.
Yeah, yeah.
You inspire me, bro.
I know, you inspire us all. I'm cutting out gluten and sugar, 250 milligrams of protein. I'm going to work on that this summer. Okay, so Luka, of course, is not the only Laker grinding this offseason. LeBron James is back from vacation and let everyone know he's back in the lab. 4:49 a.m. in LA. Quote, let's get it. Year 23 coming soon. So, Dave, there have been some doubts cast on LeBron's buy-in towards the Lakers this season. What does this post tell you about what LeBron is doing?
He's extremely motivated for the opportunity in front of him. Kind of the last national conversation we had about LeBron was where's his head's at, because Rich Paul issued a statement to Shams Charania when LeBron opted into the 23rd year of his contract, and it was, well, we better have this team be very competitive, or LeBron recognizes he only has so much time left in his career and will prioritize finding a winning situation. He's doing what he needs to do in order to make LA be a winning situation next year. He was working out with Chris Johnson, the trainer, with Tyrese Maxey today. That's another young, motivated guy who you get in the gym with Tyrese Maxey, you better get your stuff together. You can't go look like a 40-year-old guy. He'll blow right by you. And so this is a very good sign, a very good day for the Lakers, quite frankly. You have Luka Doncic wanting to prove to the world that it's not just Sasquatch videos that we've seen from overseas. Like, you could see me in the States looking skinny Luka, and we have LeBron following suit saying, I'm going to be right there with you, just motivated.
And these are things that Kobe Bryant did, right? Kevin Garnett, I remember going to watch him work out at 7 a.m. in the morning in Las Vegas on a Labor Day weekend. Like, who does that? Kevin Garnett does that. And he wanted to be there at 5 a.m. They wouldn't let him into 6 because it was a holiday weekend. And I remember seeing him work out, and another guy didn't come in till like 7:30. It was Corey Maggette. And Garnett said, I asked him, why are you here so early? He said, I want to be the first person to put my feet in the sand. And LeBron is doing that. And perhaps, which might have been part of the timing, I'm sure he saw those Luka pictures before we did, right? Like, okay, if he's coming in shape and ready like that, not that he wasn't doing it anyway, he's been doing it, but I mean, 420 tells me you're excited. I have no question that this man is not going to work out. He got $1 million plan around him every year. But to get up at 4:20,
4 in the morning is crazy.
You're excited.
Yeah.
You're ready for next.
I don't think it was 4:20.
It was 4:49. I think he was getting to the gym at 5 a.m. Yeah.
4:40 is
It's too early. It's too early for me. I'm not working out that
I ain't waking up
early
to
anymore.
7.
Okay, fair.
That's a little ridiculous. Okay. Eventually, Luka will head back to Europe because FIBA Eurobasket 2025 starts in 30 days. Big news this morning that Nikola Vucevic will officially be added to Serbia's roster as well, making them the favorites for the upcoming tournament. So here's a look at the odds according to ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Serbia is still looking for its first Eurobasket title as an independent country, followed closely by Germany and France. Giannis in Greece have 9-1 odds, and Luka in Slovenia are at 12-1. But we have to go back to the Joker. If Serbia wins, I am not sure he'd be as happy as he was this weekend. This weekend, back in his home of Serbia, Nikola Jokic's horse, Demon Deles, which we think translates to Demon of the East, won a harness racing title, and the Joker let his emotions go like we've literally never seen. Lifting up the cart and the driver, there were champagne showers for literally everybody. You can see it there, very emotional. Like, sir, the poor jockey's probably like, bro, put me down. Mark, what does his reaction tell you?
Man, it looked like he's at City Park. I mean, this ain't the Breeders' Cup, right? This is, I've been there. It's not that.
Look when he won the finals.
Like, I mean, but look, when he won the finals, it was in 5 games. So perhaps that was a reason why he wasn't as emotional. Although I did hear that he was like, what, I got to stay for a parade. I'm ready to get back to my horses. So it's okay to have other inspirations, you know. I like vinyl and wine.
Okay.
So I'm happy for him. I cry when I get a good bottle of Cardinal.
Okay.
I think this is just great, like work-life balance, right? Like he's going to be playing more basketball pretty soon for Eurobasket, but go make sure that you're enjoying your life, enjoying the fruits of your labor, and that can refresh you mentally, physically, everything.
That horse must have really bad odds, right, to be.
He's that emotional. Okay, but this is how I look at it. I see, like, you love your mom and you love your husband. I'm saying I don't have one, but you know what I mean. You love different people differently.
I don't think any of us.
So you're right. Cowboys take on campers, Donovan Mitchell and Trae Young going at it with their campers on camp, or at camp. Mark, which guy do you think would be harder to guard and pick up?
I want to guard Spider. He might dunk on me or something like that. At least with Trae, he's going to shoot threes, and I'm tall, so maybe I could alter a shot. Maybe.
I'm talking about a camper. He's little size, though, if you're a camper.
Oh, yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, okay,
I'm going to stick with what I said.
Okay, you agree.
I don't want to guard either one. I don't even want to guard Coco Jones.
Yeah, and this is no shade, but I feel like Trae is like the same size as some of the campers, so they could
They
probably
said, who would you rather guard? I'm just.
Oh, but it's like as a camper. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I was thinking it from a camp's perspective.
Okay.
All right, we have to give congrats to Jarrett Allen. He got married this weekend. His former teammate Isaac Okoro posted this on social media. There was a choreographed High School Musical routine. Who has the better moves? Do you think it was Jarrett Allen or Dean Wade?
I got to give credit to Jarrett Allen here because all eyes.
But look at Dean.
But I mean, Dean is like the supporting cast here. Jarrett has to be the star and the starring man next to his beautiful bride. So all the pressure's on him to make sure he does it right for her. Dean Wade, it's just all
Nobody cares.
crazy.
Like
he's just back
he's
there.
like trying to go as
Back there.
Dean Wade, credit for being a good teammate. But
Yeah.
it's all on Jarrett.
But he does look like he could be in High School Musical. A couple of MVPs hanging out. SGA holding his basketball camp in Toronto. And guess who was there? You already see him. AI. Allen Iverson, obviously. Shea, the reigning MVP, and AI won the award in 2001. But how similar are the two? Here's a comparison of Allen Iverson in SGA's MVP seasons. Both led the league in points per game and free throws made per game. Huge difference in field goal percentage, though. And SGA also won Finals MVP, while the Sixers lost to the Lakers in 5. Mark, who had the best MVP season, SGA or Iverson?
Man, Allen's going to get mad at me. I'm going to say Shea because he won a title. Although this performance, I was there that night, was one of the most incredible performances in finals history. And shout out to SGA's dad. Like, who gets Allen to come out anywhere? He must have got him a PJ, and Allen was actually asked about practice by one of the campers. And he said, you need practice to be successful in life and everything you do. So he's starting to give him the OG answers now.
Yeah, pretty
One
good
of the
advice
best
there.
dunks of Allen's career was that follow-up dunk on a foul line tip in Toronto. Great to see him back in Toronto. He is a legend wherever he goes.
Yeah. Also, they both rocked cornrows. I don't know if that's a coincidence there, too. Maybe.
Well, because Shea, I think that was his guy, too.
Yeah.
He was inspired by him. And now Allen's saying that his daughter's inspired by how Shea dresses. So.
Oh, see? So much inspiration.
The swag
going
came
around.
full circle.
Exactly. Okay, so we had some news over the weekend. Our own Shams Charania reports that Billy Donovan has signed a multi-year contract extension with the Bulls. The Knicks briefly showed some interest in Donovan this offseason, but he will be remaining in Chicago. So with the departures of Popovich, Michael Malone, Taylor Jenkins, and Tibbs, Billy Donovan is now the third longest tenured head coach in the NBA, behind Eric Spoelstra with the Heat and Steve Kerr with the Warriors. Donovan is entering his 6th season with Chicago. So the Bulls, have made the playoffs once under Donovan. They are yet to win a playoff series. This year probably won't break that streak. So Dave, what needs to happen in Chicago to change the future of the franchise?
I mean, obviously, I spent a lot of my day job covering the Lakers, and seeing them have their major franchise sale over the summer for a valuation of $10 billion makes you think about the Reinsdorfs in terms of they're one of the remaining family-run businesses where their main stream of revenue is from their teams. It's not like they have some outside private investment or real estate, et cetera, et cetera. And you just have to wonder how long a business like that, like the Reinsdorfs, family, mom and pop, can compete in today's NBA. Now, certainly you could say they could make some better decisions, look at some of their free agency decisions, trade decisions, draft decisions over the last 5 to 10 years. But just bigger picture, I don't know if they will be the most competitive team if they have that ownership structure in place.
And Josh hasn't signed yet. I did see Billy Donovan, he probably don't like me saying this, but at the Wynn having a meeting with Josh Giddey, so maybe that's a positive time to figure something out. I think Montes Pazelis is going to be a special player that's going to continue and ultimately end up being the face of this franchise. But, you know, I'm wondering why Billy committed. I know he could have got another job. He could maybe go to college, and he must believe the direction of this team. But this still looks like a rebuilding franchise, which I'm still respectfully trying to figure out the direction.
Well, I mean, we would say when you commit, it's guaranteed money.
Yeah.
And you get paid no matter what happens down the line. So it's a smart
Chicago's
move.
not a bad town either to live in, right?
So it's a smart move in my estimation, just deciding if the money's there.
But you said rebuilding. How long are they going to be rebuilding is the question.
It just seems like the same thing every year.
Right.
You know, they finally did make a trade.